Hello, welcome to Soul Curries. Today I'm going to make a very easy Indian snack called shakarpara. Shakarpara or shakarpali, like how they say it in some parts of India, is a very delicious festive snack that is crispy, flaky, and slightly sweet. These bite-sized flour cookies have a long shelf life, making it ideal for preparing it ahead for the holidays. As always, I have a little tweak to my recipe. I'm going to deep fry some of them and the rest of it I'm going to bake just for a healthier choice. Alright, so to make the shakarpara, the first step is to make the sugar syrup. And the quantity you'll take is whatever the quantity you're taking for the flour, the sugar and the ghee and the milk and water should be half that quantity. So here I've taken 1 bowl of whole wheat atta, 1 bowl of maida, to which the quantity of sugar or the proportion that I'll need would be 1 bowl of sugar, 1 bowl of ghee, and half a cup of water and half a cup of milk. So the proportion is actually 1:2 between the atta and the rest of the ingredients. I've turned off the heat right now and I'll let this cool completely and then I'm going to make the dough. While the sugar syrup is cooling down, I'll start making the dough for the shakarpara. So I have 1 bowl of maida here and I have 1 bowl of whole wheat flour or the atta. To this I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of suji. Suji actually gives a nice texture to the shakarpara, and then I'm going to add a small pinch of salt just to balance the sweetness. I'm going to give everything a good mix and then slowly add in the desi ghee little at a time. So I'm going to add in some ghee first, try to mix it all up, then add some more and then keep adding more until you use up all the ghee. So this is a very important step to do. It's because when you mix the ghee into the flour in the beginning, it makes the shakarpali very crispy from the outside and it would be soft on the inside. Once the desi ghee is all incorporated into the flour, you can see you can make balls like this. It's pretty easy. It just forms a ball and then you can easily break it up. So this is the right texture of the flour, and then now we can start adding in the sugar syrup to it. The sugar syrup is completely cooled right now and I'm going to add in little at a time to make a soft dough. So just make sure that you add just a little bit of the syrup at a time, because the sugar syrup you see is sticky, and if you add more then the dough is going to become very sticky and hard. So you add little at a time, you give it a good mix, and then you keep adding the rest until you are able to form a soft dough. So I have flattened the dough to about 1/2 inch thickness, and now you can just cut it into either squares or diamond, whatever you like. You can just ignore the sides because the one side is in a bad shape. You can just remove it and put it back in the dough. So I'm going to do a diamond shape here. Okay, and we can start frying them now. So I have one batch here that's fried. It's nice and crisp. So these are the deep fried ones. And now I'm going to bake the other set just to see how it's going to come out with baking. Because obviously baking would be a better choice than deep frying. So I'm going to bake it in the oven right now at 350 degree Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes. Until the shakarpalis are nice and browned. The shakarparas are out of the oven now. I've baked it about for 12 minutes. They have browned nicely on the sides. I have let them cool for some time and it's ready to be served. The baked shakarparas are a little lighter in color when you compare with the deep fried ones, but they still taste so good. They taste more like cookies actually. So you can serve these shakarparas with a nice cup of tea or give it to the kids as snacks. So that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed the video and try out these recipes, and please do share your comments and feedback. Stay safe everyone. Thank you so much. Bye bye.